Hey guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the 10th in my Handmade Christmas Series for 2016. And I'll warn you up front, I had some footage gremlins with this card. But I do think I have enough to kind of show you the gist of what I did so you can kind of put it together yourself if you're interested in this look. I started with some silver glitter paper and 2 stitched rectangle dies that I die cut a frame for. So I set that aside while I was working on my background. I did lose some footage on this, but I think it's pretty, I have enough to show you what I got through. So the stamp set I'm using is from the MFT Snowflake Sparkle Card Kit. And I believe this was October's release. But really pretty intricate snowflakes and some pretty sentiments come with this card kit. And then these little groups of dots are snowflakes. So I stamped my sentiment towards the bottom right corner and then repeatedly stamped the little snowflake clusters to get dots of snow all over the background. And I stamped that using Versamark so that I could heat emboss it. And my Misty, my precious Misty. And it's got lots of little snowflakes too, so if you didn't like the dot pattern, you could just repeatedly stamp the little snowflakes all over and get a little bit different look. And if this is hard for you to see like where to stamp, just pour your powder over each stamp you make and then you can see where it is and not double stamp over an area. It's really simple. So I'm using some Wow Sparkling Snow embossing powder. This is an opaque white with an iridescent glitter in it. And it's really pretty. So you can do this 2 ways. You can heat emboss as you go, or you can do all your stamping and then heat emboss the entire panel. Either way works. Versamark is a long-lasting sticky ink, so it stays wet for a while. So you can get away with doing multiple stampings without it drying out. But you do need to have a moist pad. If your pad is drying out, then you're going to want to stamp and stamp and heat emboss as you go versus waiting till the end to powder and heat emboss. So I've got my card base and I'm going to use some post-it note tape to stick it down. I'm covering the top portion of the back of the card with the post-it tape just so I don't get any ink blending on the back of the card. Just so it's clean. It's no big deal really either way you want to do it. And I'm going to use Cornflower MFT ink pad that comes in the kit. And just do some ink blending around. I want it to look blended but not solid. So I want some areas that are lighter than others throughout the background. And this is where I lost some of my footage. So what I did with this is an alcohol ink background, and I will link to another video explaining a little bit more about that. And this is the snowflakes from the card kit, and you see me struggling to get the cardstock off the stamps here, and this can happen with brand new stamps. I've never used these before, so obviously it can be really sticky, and with alcohol ink backgrounds, for some reason they stick to clear stamps more than other kinds of stamps. It's not going to tear it or damage it in any way. It's just sticky. So I pried that off of there and going to use some My Favorite Things black hybrid ink. Now I end up heat embossing these, so you don't need to use the black ink first if you want to heat emboss them. I kind of changed my mind after I saw how the black stamping looked, because the alcohol ink can resist dye ink on top of it. I'm not sure why that is, but it does tend to do that. So I stamped it and kind of was like, well, I don't really like that. So cleaned off the black ink and went with Versamark and heat embossed the snowflakes instead, using the same Wow Sparkling Snow embossing powder. So you can see here where I've cleaned them off, and I'm just using some Versamark instead of going with black. And if you do want the black snowflakes on there, you can just use a black embossing powder and get the same look. So here I've heat embossed these, and the glossy cardstock, which is what you use with alcohol ink, works perfectly for heat embossing, and it resists warping pretty well. These are the dies that match the snowflakes that come with the card kit. And I didn't want to snip my dies apart, so I just snipped my snowflakes apart. Easy peasy. So I die cut those, and then I've got two still shots of the card at the end here, and you can kind of see how I put it together. More of my lost footage. I do apologize again. But this card is really pretty. It's really versatile. You can use it for any winter holiday, not just Christmas, but throughout the new year. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, today. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and we will catch you later. See you next year. Bye-bye.